Dear friends, time has come to say a few final words. I have a fairly nice written speech, but because so many things were said and there's a risk of repetition, I will be even shorter than I had planned. But a couple of personal reflections are in place. It has been our forum, and what a way to start my new position. I'm extremely grateful for this. But first, to go back to December, I was in Kiev, in Ukraine, in a conference organized by Dmitry Lubinets and the president. And one takeaway from that was that you only realize the value of human rights when you are losing them. There was such a demonstration for human rights that I haven't seen anywhere in the western part of Europe for a long time. And I recognize Dimitro's frustration. If you have been to Ukraine, you see how hard they're working, trying to save the country. So just wanted to say that first. The second one is, I think, Dunja, you said it, that we are in this really beautiful place and enjoying each other's company, good time, but we cannot forget about that this is not the reality for all. And I think this has to be said. We can be criticized even for organizing such an event. I don't accept the criticism because I think we sometimes need to come together and get energized, but we need to keep at the back of our minds, that what are we doing it for? We must turn the despair or lack of hope to optimism, as so many have said here before me. So I personally felt walking around this place for 2 days and speaking to more people I've ever spoken in 2 days, that it has been worthwhile. I have been particularly impressed how everybody has been approaching. I really have felt that there was no hierarchy. There are some very high-level people here. There are some very young people, students. I really have felt that it has been an open invitation to talk to everybody, and I have personally benefited from many really interesting conversations with people I didn't know before. And those who had cards, I've collected all of them because I do want to remember and possibly connect again. We have also learned about how to work on human rights in many different ways. It's been a very creative event, and in my opening speech I said it will be dynamic. I think it has been even more dynamic than I dared to imagine. We have discussed many issues here, and although we do focus on EU at FRA, of course the issues are not just EU issues or even European issues. They are global issues that we have been discussing. And they don't recognize borders, but of course we do have to find solutions within our respective competencies, and I will be making sure that FRA will be playing its part in finding those solutions. And after this forum, I think even better equipped, more fully rounded understanding, and we will be working with the means we have to find better solutions. So I'm very pleased that we have found the space at the table for different voices. We've heard them, we've heard you. And I would like to, we were thinking of what would be sort of a lofty reference to human rights, and we looked at the Charter with my colleagues, and the Charter of Fundamental Rights refers to the human community. And I liked it because it's quite fresh, it doesn't get always used. And I believe that this forum has brought that phrase to life. It has been a very human community meeting, and I thank you all and congratulate you that we have done what we promised. We will come together and discuss. And now I think it's time to move to the thank yous. There are a few of them, so bear with me. But it is important to recognize the hard work that went into this forum. I think anybody who has seen this believes that it has been enormous undertaking. You cannot underestimate the effort, time, and commitment that has gone into planning and implementing this forum. So let me first thank all of you who came to Vienna in such big numbers. I think we have more or less all who had planned to come here are present. Also those who participated online. Your presence has been appreciated and needed for this forum. I would like to also thank all of those panelists who just spoke before me. It was very powerful. the power of the closing panels showed the importance of human rights, the importance for fighting for human rights, and we had many human rights champions on the podium, but also within the audience. With many I have worked in my career, and I thank you for being here. Then I would like to thank our moderators, Damla Hekimoglu and Jamila Granditz, two of the 4 moderators who made up a formidable hosting team, and you just saw them at the stage. The 2 other moderators, I'm very pleased to see, are our own FRA colleagues. They've been drivers of this event, Friso Roskam-Abbing and Nicole Romain. So I thank you very much. I would also like to thank wholeheartedly Thomas Chenkovic, the project manager of the Fundamental Rights Forum, and Mira Notev, and all of the members of the core project team and everybody who contributed, too many to name. But I would like to ask the core team and the moderators to come back to the stage one more so we can give you a proper applause. And I mean the whole core team, do come forward, sir. So you see, it's been a rather large group working on this event. Thank you. There's no end of applause if I don't come forward. There are many others, but this really shows you how many people have been contributed. I'm extremely grateful for your hard work. So thank you once again. And I understood we should have some. Sadly, we only have flowers for the moderator. What a wonderful team. What a wonderful team we have. And with that ceremony, allow me to formally close the Fundamental Rights Forum 2024. So I would like to thank you once more, and I look forward to building on the work that we have done here and strengthen partnerships that we have created. We have already had a presentation about how we plan to take this forward. I will not go into that. So just final thanks for all of you, and I wish you also safe journeys back home and energy for your human rights work wherever you are working.